All right, this is Captain Hook. This is Born a Musician. Along with me is John Seda.
Hello.
And our special guest, Elena Sahara. And as
Hi.
promised, we're going to hear her song, Seasons of Change. Let's hear it, John.
We face the things we fear. We overcome the tears. Seasons change and friends go away. And I know today isn't yesterday. No way. Where do I stand? And where will I be? You see, everything will come, and everything must go. It's a part of life we wish to forget. But life has its regrets, no doubt. But there's no time to spare. We should all be aware. Seasons of change always finds a way to overcome our fears and to believe in our dreams. Every day brings on change. It never remains the same. Life finds a way every day. We walk down the path of faith, sometimes in doubt of faith. We question all the reasons to be. And tomorrow will bring on the better days. So we say, somehow we will find a way. Some places bring on change. Every day's a test. It brings on the west for the life we seek so deep inside. Everything goes round and round. It's so hard for us to touch the ground. Oh, who shall I be? Can someone help me, please, to understand? Seasons of change always finds a way to overcome our fears and to believe in our dreams. Every day brings on change. It never remains the same. Life finds a way every day. We walk down the path of faith, sometimes in doubt of faith. We question all the reasons to be. And tomorrow will bring all the better days. So we say, somehow we'll find a way. Some places bring on change. Seasons.
Wow. That's all I can say. It's just wow.
That's how I feel.
That's unreal. Unbelievable. That is so beautiful, Elena. Gives me goosebumps. The first time I heard it, it starts making me tearful. You think about it, seasons of change. You're talking about the story of your life, aren't you?
I think that this is the story of everybody's life.
Wow. And it fits in, it could fit into all situations.
Yeah.
The evolution of your life as you go through time. And, well, John, you basically put this song together.
Right.
and she did the vocals on it, but
Right.
you did all the parts. Come up on the mic, bud.
Yeah, it started years ago. When I first met her, well, I didn't meet her in person. It was all through Skype and email.
We should say this is the last 24 hours is the first time you've met her in person.
Yes, this is the first time. It's amazing. And it's amazing, the power of communication, right? The power of music. Music is it's an unbelievable force, and look what happened because of it, right? She came down, and she told me she was going to come down on a vacation, and she said, let's get together. And I said, oh yeah, we'll get, let's record and all that. But I want to say thank you to Dimitri Northman, because if it wasn't for him, I never would have met her, and it was interesting how we met, because I went to meet him in 2010. It was the first time that I went to France my whole life, go to Cannes, and it was an amazing experience, and there was a lot of magic that happened during that show. That's how bornamusician.com became born. Actually, that's where it started. And what was interesting was that he sent me an email, and he wanted to meet me, and he says, I want to meet you because I think we could do something together, because he's trying to, his goal with Hitbox Music, he has a company called Hitbox Music in Russia, and he was working towards getting musicians to get paid their royalties, right? Which was amazing, because that's what we wanted. So it was like we were connected, in an amazing way, right? So we had a meeting, and I told him about it, and he's a very straightforward guy. He says, well, that's kind of hard to do, and then one day when I got back from France, I called him, and I said, let's do it. Let's try it. It would be cool, Russia and America working together. I mean, because I think that way. I'm very Hollywood in my thinking of, when I compose and stuff. I like world type of projects where you work with people from different countries. So I'm always excited to do that. So he said, oh, what the heck? Let's do it, right? And then he told her, and we started to communicate. She was always, from the beginning, I want to say something about her. She's very humble, for being such a beautiful woman and being surrounded by a lot of people in music. She hasn't lost an ounce of humility. She's complete humble.
Yeah,
humble pie.
Yeah, I can tell by sitting here with her that
Right.
she's genuine.
Yeah. So the first song she sang with me, they translated the lyrics. It was called "Teach the Dream," and they translated it to Russian. And she does this amazing performance. I never told you this, right? Because I'm looking at it right now. I heard it, because at the end she puts this, and I say a Russian thing, the Russian vibe. I started crying. I was like, wow, I couldn't believe it, right? So I was excited, and that's how we met, and we always stayed in communication, and we wanted to do more, but distance is hard. It's financial too. It's very expensive, but we never gave up on the dream to do it. So she was going to come, and I actually had somebody that I was promoting too with Born a Musician, just like her, another artist, but he couldn't make it because he had to go on tour. So I had this song, and this song has been sung by 5 different singers, and they're all great singers, but there's something missing. You know how when you do something,
Right.
you go, that's not what I want,
Right.
know? And I love all of them. They're my friends, and we work together all the time. But when I sent it to her, I was kind of like, okay, I hope she likes it, right? I love it. Oh, I want to do it, And then she said, it's perfect for me, and all this stuff, right? So I was like, yes, right, okay. And so I was already felt really good about it. And because when I wrote this song, it's part of a musical. And you've heard me talk about it before, and you've played some of the songs. It's part of the Born into Pain movie that we're working on. And Seasons of Change is the singer who goes through all these things in life, and she has to deal with her, son. And so it talks about how life changes with every season. And it's true, the fall comes in, you start thinking one way, Christmas comes in, it's another way, the summer comes back, oh, let's go party, the spring and everything. So when I wrote it, it was very deep for me, because my life has been very interesting. Thank God for all the experiences I've had. That's how I look at it. I feel I've been very blessed, and some of them have been some really harsh realities, but I always look at a positive side. How do I take that negative and turn it into a positive? So when I wrote this song, it's about how I see my friends that I've passed away, my parents, me grow up as a child, and I wanted to be a musician, and and how difficult it was to do that. And now look, I'm sitting with you, and we're doing Born a Musician Radio, right?
Right.
If you would have told me that 6 months ago, I never would have crossed my mind, right?
Right.
So that's seasons of change, how things happen. And she's a perfect example. She came from Russia, and when she started singing, he started smiling because he loved. I'm pointing at Orlando right now, and we were sitting at the table. And he goes, "Oh, this is going to be awesome." So we were already super positive because she kept on running back. I'm excited. I want to do it. So when we got to here. It's when you first meet the first time, there's this thing. Okay, you want to be careful what you say. Okay, like. But she's very sweet. She came and gave me a hug, and I was like, wow, okay, this is cool. This is going to work. So and then she started singing, and halfway through the song, I said, oof, this is it. This is what I was looking for.
Right.
And because she talks about it a little bit, she says, oh, I'm worried about my accent. No. Well, I love that.
And love that. Well, in that song, you don't detect hardly any accent.
Right. But
that's something.
But you know what it is, though, that I look at from her when she's singing it? Her desire, her really strong desire to be this singer. And that's what I hear when I hear her singing.
I think she's made it. I think she is a singer.
Right.
It's like she's excellent.
Right. But you know what I mean.
Right.
You could be the most prolific guitar player or whatever, bass player, drummer, whatever. But it's that moment, right? And and I love working with artists that don't complain. They just go. They give it everything.
Right.
And that's the experience we had, last night.
Yeah, and the magic, you feel the magic come into the room, and you know this is right. This is it.
Right. And you start getting I told her last night, the chicken chicken bumps.
Now, Elena, did you feel that too?
I wanna say thank you to John for this very beautiful song, because when he sent me the song, he said, I don't know, will you like it or not? He said about it, and I heard and I said, oh my God, I can use a lot of soul in this song. It's very beautiful. It's like air. I can use like this here. I started to dream how to sing it, and it was very interesting. And I said, oh, I want to do my best. How I want to sing it. And when we came here yesterday night, I tried. I played with my voice. I tried to make different, I tried to sing from my soul.
Right.
I tried to feel all of these words, and I think I felt it. I really felt it.
Well, you obviously took a little artistic license there, and you went outside your comfort zone, and it worked for you.
Well, when she was doing it, I said, listen to me, but don't listen to me.
Right.
Be you.
Right.
Because when I produce, that's what I coach, but I don't coach like, you have to do it this way. No, we don't do, it's like, please, I want to hear you.
Yeah, you have to. You can't take away the individuality of the person.
No, you can't do that.
To work with John was very interesting and very very easy. I even can't say that it's work. It was like I don't know. It was like our life. We lived with this process. It was.
Now, how long?
Very easy.
How long ago had you sent her the song? To
1 month.
Oh, really? Only a month you've had the song?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think so.
Wow.
And we because of what we're doing with Born a Musician, one of the things so people understand what we're trying to do is that a lot of companies have different ways to market themselves, right? And because you see a lot of companies that are involved with music, you notice that they don't do music.
Right.
And we want to be music.
Okay.
And this is part of that process.
All right. Well, hold that thought. We're going to take a break. When we come back, she's got one more song we're going to hear in our last segment. And this is our last break for this show today. And you're listening to Born a Musician on WDBFradio.com.